TFM. Let's talk.
It's Evita Louis on TFM Mornings, and I've had the honor and the pleasure to chat with two incredible women. I'm going to introduce you to them now. I have with me Miss Terhi Mirensky and Miss Helmi Riikka as well. Miss Terhi Mirensky is the principal of Finland Oman School, and Miss Helmi Riikka is the head of KG and primary. Firstly, welcome to the show, and thank you for making time for me.
Thank you so much, and thank you for having us. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much. We're so excited to be here and finally get to meet you and chat.
Yes, I'm so excited to find out as much as I can about Finland Oman School as well. I've heard so much. I've read so much. I have obsessively been on your website looking at it, just wishing that I had a school like this when I was growing up. So, that's that's how I feel.
I think this is the comment we firstly get from the parents, from the students, anyone who comes to visit the school. Yeah. That's what they said, like, here's a kid again.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm going to just, start right off, because education is such a foundational, such an important part of our lives, right? It really shapes the people that we end up becoming as adults. Now, what makes the Finnish education system different from other systems?
Well, I'm sure that there are not one very simple answer. There are several factors behind that, but actually, I would like to go back to the time when the founders of Finland Oman School visited or actually adopted the Finnish education model to be implemented here in Oman. And that happened, of course, there are like many reasons for this adoption, but the main one was definitely to choose the best education model in the world. So the founders, they visited all the leading countries in PISA ranking. PISA is the program for international student assessment, and it's widely known fact that many of the Asian countries leading, and there are Singapore, Hong Kong, Korea, and so the founders, they visited all these countries, and they also visited Finland, and I remember them telling me that when they went to Finland, when they visited the schools in Finland, they felt like, we want to be children again. We want to be students again. We want to go back to school if the school is like it is in Finland. I think that is maybe something I will remember the rest of my life. I understood that the Finland actually it focuses on the students' well-being. Coming to school in Finland is fun. Students are motivated. There is a relaxed, stress-free learning environment, and I think these are the elements that differentiate us from many others. And I think it's very much about and very much around the topic of testing. Of course, in Finland we also do testing, but we are not preparing the students for tests. Right. But it is a little bit different. So there is not that much pressure in the school. The students. They enjoy coming to school, and I unfortunately that's not the fact in schools around the world.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that it makes it like I would imagine. I'm not a parent, but as a parent, you want your child to have the most enjoyable experience in schools, because no child needs the pressure of extra tests or extra homework or whatever, because the keys to success in Finnish education is basically about making education, the learning process, as pleasurable as possible for the child, right? So how does Finland Oman School make sure that education is delivered like that with the joy of learning, really?
I think that's it. The joy of learning is our most important thing that we really try to encompass for all our students and families. Yeah. And for us, we really want to make sure that the students, we take care of their well-being. We want to make sure that they, like you said, want to come to school, they're happy to be here, and we believe that the student cannot learn unless they feel safe, unless they feel acknowledged, unless they feel heard. And this is the first and foremost thing that we want to take care of. And we have different programs for that. We have a well-being team, and we actually use a Finnish anti-bullying program as well to make sure that if there's any problems with that, they're being considered and taken care of.
Okay.
And After that, we can reach the joy of learning. After that, we bring all those active methods. We make sure that the students are not sitting down for 7 hours a day. They're kids. They're not meant to sit down on a chair for long periods of time.
Yeah.
And we make sure that the students get to influence their own learning. If there's something they want to learn about, say first graders are really into dinosaurs. So then we teach math, we can teach English, we can teach all of this through dinosaurs.
Right.
So they're the topic, but the teacher is making sure that we're learning the learning goals at the same time. So really making the students responsible for their own learning and make sure that they love what they learn and they love doing that.
That's amazing. That makes me so happy to hear that, because like I was saying to you before we started this chat as well, I really wish there was schools like this when we were growing up. Imagine learning math and science and English based off of something that you were interested in, like dinosaurs or maybe plants or whatever it is. So that's really incredible. Now, I have seen some amazing photos of Finland Oman School's campus. I've seen some incredible videos. Like, I love all the big green open spaces, the play areas and stuff. Now, I want you two to tell me, Ms. Helmi Riikka and Ms. Terhi, what is your favorite spot in the school?
That's a tough question.
I'm not sure if everyone's agreeing with me, but definitely the slide. We have a huge slide. And I don't know if it's a secret, but that's what we are doing when the students are not around. I'm doing it.
I was going to ask you, have you been on that?
Of course.
Of course. Yes. And very many visitors, also like ambassadors, they have done the same.
Nobel Prize winners, they've come down our slide.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly, when you see an amazing slide like that, nobody can decline, right? You have to. It's like it's calling out to you.
Exactly.
But like you said, we have amazing facilities. We have a lot of space. We have all kind of space we can utilize for learning inside and outside the classroom. So that this is really providing good chance to implement the Finnish model, which is very much about learning everywhere, not only inside the classroom.
Yeah,
exactly. And I think for me, outside of I really love our outdoor facilities as well. Like, I love, some people might be surprised, but I love the weather in Oman. So if I had the chance, I'll take my kids outdoors for lunch. We'll sit there at the picnic tables. They might bring their math books. Yeah. So as soon as they finish eating, we'll do math outside. Every time they finish one task, they'll go do 10 some jumping jacks, to make sure they keep active and grades engaged. And really, we have really nice facilities to be able to do the learning and teaching in a way that's like natural to me and natural to the kids.
Natural to the kids as well, because it's more about having a more I don't want to use the word casual, but a more open relationship, I suppose, with students, because it is a two-sided process, like you were mentioning earlier about making students responsible for the their learning and what they are learning as well.
Between TFM. Let's talk.